Woo! Baba have spoken. Honestly, the orange man has literally been using his hand to scatter a lot of things. Instead of Americans trying to gather money right now, the orange man is looking for every possible way to make American people feel frustrated. Honestly, that is how I feel. And you know, the good part is that he is not only making the people like me to feel frustrated, even the people that actually elected him into the system. Let it make sense to me that right now, before I travel to America, I have to submit every single thing regarding my social media life, family phone numbers, my own phone numbers. In fact, if possible, for a period of 10 years. Ah, Jesus Christ. Not only traveling to come and stay in America as a tourist, my head is banging. My head is literally banging. When I saw this, I was like, is this for real? Are you guys actually joking? But I saw that this is actually a reality. This not temptation. Hey, with a little confusion. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. With that being said, let's dive right into this video so that you guys can actually see the plan that this man actually have for America. And I'll be back with commentaries.
So now Donald Trump is saying that any tourists entering the United States have to provide 5 years of their social media history, along with any phone numbers, addresses, or even email addresses they've used in the last 10 years, and possibly even provide the names, addresses, and phone numbers of their family members just to enter the country. Now, I can go to China, Russia, North Korea right now and not have to provide that. But the freest country in the world is saying that that's a requirement just to enter the country because they don't want people who don't like the president. He is that fragile. Now, I'm wondering, sitting up here in Canada, how many people still want to travel to the United States and why? What is it about the United States that is so alluring that you're willing to step into an authoritarian country who clearly doesn't want you there? Why would you do that? Tell me in the comments.
I am sitting here on Wednesday, December 10th, 2025, wondering what our country would look like if people from other nations just stopped coming here altogether. And this is a valid question today because earlier Donald Trump said if anyone is coming here, whether they are a tourist, someone visiting family, someone here for business, if anyone comes here from outside of the United States, they should have to show 5 years of social media history and other personal information. So my very inquisitive mind did a little research, and here is a short list of things that would be impacted if people just stopped coming here. Because I can tell you, if I didn't live in the United States and I heard this, I would be like, absolutely not, because their government is going to take my information. I'm not going. So in the event that no one internationally ever traveled here again, what would we notice? First thing would be an impact on airports and airlines. So we have a lot of major hubs here in the United States for various airlines, and these hubs include places like JFK, LAX, Atlanta, and like I said, they're going to lose a big chunk of traffic, but that also is going to impact airport revenue. Things like parking, concessions, shopping, stores, restaurants, landing fees, all of this drops significantly, which then means the jobs tied with all of these giant airport hubs, they also get dropped across the board. Not just pilots, not just flight attendants, not just TSA, anyone and everything associated with airline travel. The next thing that we're going to see is an impact on hotels and tourism. Places like New York City, Orlando, LA, San Francisco, Vegas, DC, Boston, Hawaii, and national park entry cities. These are very popular destinations from around the world. They're going to see a sharp drop in occupancy and spending as well, ultimately impacting the economy and job numbers. The next thing, business. Think about international conferences and events. Even if you are a company based in the United States, typically you have customers and clients that come in from around the world. I know I have had that experience. And so these big conventions and trade shows that happen all around the country all year long that are great for business, yeah, those also shrink dramatically. because this is something that relies on global attendance. Now, let's move away from the economy for a second. Let's look at education. Higher education, if no one comes here anymore, it's going to get rocked. Essentially, international students are a major revenue source for many US universities, no matter how controversial that might be. I have thoughts, but let's just leave it as a fact. If international students vanish, there are going to be budget gaps, fewer programs, hiring freezes and layoffs, less research capacity, including things for like medical research, which is, I don't know, seems important, and fewer campus adjacent jobs. Again, job market. Again, job numbers. All right, let's talk about local economies. When a foreign visitor spends money in the United States, it's basically an export, so money coming in. If we remove that, restaurants, hotels, attraction, retail, all lose customers, and that often spends more per trip, right? People who are coming from far away are more likely to spend more, is what that means. Some cities would see downtown business districts hollow out further, again impacting economics and jobs. Innovation and businesses slow down. Even if trade continues, fewer in-person visits would mean fewer deals get initiated, fewer factory site visits, fewer investor trips, fewer global partnerships. Industries with heavy international collaboration, think about tech, biotech, aerospace, academia, would feel the loss in networking and recruitment. We become isolated, which we've talked about before. Isolationism is bad. You do not want to have to fend for yourself, and you do not want to find yourself in a position of no allies, which, I mean, Trump and his administration, they're getting us there real quick. I think we've, beat the idea of the labor market and skills pipeline to a death. So let's just move on from there. Cultural and soft power effects. This is a slow burn, but it's huge. Less cultural exchange. So fewer global visitors means fewer everyday interactions that keep the US connected to the world. Again, isolationism. There's also weaker soft power. So fewer people experience the United States' culture, education firsthand, which matters long term for things like diplomacy, business trust, and global influence. So yeah, listen, this list can go on, but we're almost 5 minutes in. This is a really bad thing. You think the economy is going to get any better? You think your ability to get a job is going to get any better? You think your chances of getting laid off are less? No, it makes it so much worse. So that's the outcome. Let's see what happens.
The Canadian boycott of U.S. tourism is crushing Las Vegas. Not only is it crushing Las Vegas, whose number one industry is tourism, did you know that Canadians are the largest group of international visitors to the United States? They are. We are set to lose $70 billion in tourism alone just for 2025. The Canadians boycotting U.S. tourism, they spend $20 billion annually. $20 billion alone in the United States of America. In addition, they are boycotting U.S. products. I guess having a president who has ruined our deepest relationship, our deepest ally, as people said to me, who pisses off Canadians? They are the nicest people. We have zero trade deal with Canada, our most closest ally before this administration. The $20 billion annually contributed to an extra 150,000 jobs created and stimulated thousands more. I do not blame Canadians. I don't even want to live here. What a disgusting administration. FAFO Las Vegas, FAFO United States of America. $31 billion. The United States of America is negative $31 billion in tourism so far in the US in 2025. 6 consecutive months of declining tourists from other countries. This is the answers that I get. Nobody wants to come to a dictatorship. Nobody wants to be detained. Nobody wants to be shipped to a foreign country. Las Vegas experienced the worst amount of visitors in October since 2021. I want to remind everyone that Las Vegas, Florida, California, New York, those all are large tourist destinations that generate hundreds of thousands of jobs and stimulate hundreds of thousands of jobs. Canadians alone normally bring $20 billion to the USA. That creates an additional 150,000 jobs and stimulates thousands of more jobs. Nobody is coming here for at least the next 3 years, as long as we are on a human rights violation watch list. Our economy, our tourism economy, is collapsing every day, and it's all self-inflicted. Not just people in the tourism industry will be affected, because it trickles through every state and throughout the United States.
Trump to force all foreign tourists to provide 5 years of social media history before entering the US.
Are you ladies man 217? Did you outbid me on eBay for those glasses? Is that what you did? It's not great. I don't like that.
Let's have a look. So the Trump administration is set to require foreign tourists to hand over past 5 years of their social media history in order to enter the United States. The drastic move was the latest attempt by Donald Trump to scrutinise those entering the country after an immigration freeze from 19 countries was announced last week, which I would completely understand if anyone was coming into the country with any kind of mobile device. If you was there illegally, you should be checking the mobile devices because they could be part of, well, they usually are part of some organisation. But let's see what it says about, well, everyone that's just trying to get in. The mandatory notice was published by Customs and Border Protection on Tuesday in the Federal Register. Social media data would be required for any people entering the United States, including countries like United Kingdom and Germany, who don't mandate visas for travel. It follows a June announcement by the State Department that ordered travellers to make their social media profiles public. People entering the US will also be asked to provide email addresses, phone numbers, and information on their family members in order to achieve safe passage. Sounds like you're doing a bit of data collection for some like AI bullshit. That's what that sounds like.
What? No, we don't want to create the Terminator. What are you talking about? The Terminator is me. I'm the Terminator. I do great. I look great. I'm just the Terminator.
Yeah, strange little choice he's done there. Don't trust it whatsoever. I don't trust it when they're trying to collect your data, especially when it comes to people that are just trying to pass through for safe. But tourists, like normal tourists, I get it if it was people that are entering the country illegally, but what is it that will stop you from, like, what if a mean girl wrote a post about Trump 5 years ago? Is that when they're like, you're gone? It's a bit strange one, this one.
You know, I've been saying this before. This orange man literally wants to spoil every single thing that the new president will come and take over. We are moving gradually every single day in the US from frying pan to fire. A lot of countries are moving ahead. A lot of countries are seeing things, are doing things that is making their name be known. As at when this year started, Canada were the one that rated the highest tourists in the US. But now every single person is retracting. This orange man started with imputing $250 charge to every tourist coming into the US. A lot of airports have literally been empty because of that. Now this man is going ahead to bring out an update like this. So before any single person will visit US, you have to all your social media handles. Okay, you want to be very sure of people that has literally talked about him, so that they will tell them, oh, do not come. What kind of job is this? Why is it that every single thing that is making a lot of Americans happy is what this man is literally taking away? Imagine couples that got married that they've not even relocated. Maybe like the husband is US, the wife is maybe in one of this African country or Asian country and so on and so forth, and they want to relocate. So they have to submit all of this document. Like, how stressful. Just because he thinks that they are coming to rip off every single thing, forgetting that everything he's doing is hurting the economy. He's not even thinking towards that aspect. This man is literally a dictatorship. There is nothing anybody will tell me. And the amazing part is the people that look like me actually warned you guys. Do not do it. Do not go for this person. Why not we do it this way? But you choose to do it the way you think is better for you. You choose to vote the wrong person. Permit me to say that. You choose to make every single American suffer this because you were thinking as a MAGA, you are going to be highly exalted, be highly taken care of. Sorry, he is whooping your ass first. The lady that seen I will vote Donald Trump. Ask her how is her vote going for. The one that came out for, the one that created Latinos for Trump, ask her how far. What is happening? Let her give you updates. So he is pinning you guys first that voted for him before it is affecting people that look like him. But one thing I love about Black Americans is they are prepared, they are fully ready for every single thing that is actually going to come. In fact, they knew before time that this would definitely happen. This man has successfully used his hand to destroy every single thing other president has literally built. He has used his hand to tarnish, scatter every single thing that Black Americans have suffered for, that Black Americans have built, that Black Americans have worked for, just within a space of how many years? We still have some years to go. Jesus Christ. Before 2028, we literally do not know where America is going to be. We only pray for God's mercy. Ah, God. I'm having these pains all over my body. Because it's painful that someone actually walk out for this thing and then you're just coming to destroy it without considering anybody. Like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, drop in your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do add like I say in my videos. I'm going to be saying bye and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys.